Hi, I'm Nag, and although by the amount of time you see on the title and thumbnail, I spent on grinding for this video. Well, grinding might be a bit of a stretch. It's ARX. It's an AFK game, but you might expect that this is an all-encompassing video for their latest Fairy Tail update, you know, getting all the characters, etc. Unfortunately, that was my plan, but the game didn't agree with my plan. You know, Anime Rangers X has been reminding me a lot of early anime vanguards. You know when the game just didn't work? All the updates were so broken, and lots of things just didn't function for days and maybe weeks? Yeah, that's how this one goes. Oh boy. Anime Rangers X update. Fairy Tail, huh? I think every time a game updates with Fairy Tail, I'm like, one day I'm gonna read Fairy Tail. It's never gonna happen. At this point, I don't think it's gonna happen. What's funny is, I think the update actually dropped yesterday, but it dropped at a bad time for me. So I was like, I'll record tomorrow. The game went down in players. Like it had like 80k, and then it dropped down to like 60k for ages, even though a new update dropped. I think just because people were AFK and they were disconnected and forgot to reconnect. Truly an AFK game for the ages. It's like worse than simulator games. Anyways, I did actually AFK some more. Oh, I already have 6,000 capsules. Would today be the day? Oh, I got another Boros. Probably can trade him later once he becomes limited. Would today be the day I get a double trait sovereign? Who knows? What I do know is that this update does not have my fix. The fix I've been waiting for Eto. She is still trash, but I've been promised she's being fixed soon. I'm assuming I have to go to the story. No? Where is this new adventure game mode? There it is. 0.05. Adventure mode is a wave-based endurance challenge with 10 escalating rounds of enemies in a single path. Also, you want to bring Jinwoo, is what you're telling me. Yeah, they're making events for Jinwoo now. I see. I don't gotta waste any time. I'm just gonna check what the best team for it is. I'll go with this team for now. But it seems like the best thing it should bring is actually Akira, which I obviously have because it's from the Swarm event. Yeah, Speedster is his name. Why are these two different? Like, look at the pose is different. It's not even worth using actual rerolls. I have like infinite stab boosters. It's a bit more manual labor, but it's fine. Evolve him. I don't know what his thing's supposed to be. Hyper. Okay. I thought he was a speedster. Okay. Definitely 1+ speed. I'll take this. 35,000 rerolls. Holy. Surely today I get a sovereign double trait, right? Surely. There we go. I'm supposed to remove Gogeta for him. Let's see. Adventure game mode. Play. All my upgrades. Okay. Map is actually decently long. There's 50 waves of enemies. Oh, my characters fully respawn. I see. He has 14.7 speed. I think I'm gonna like this. Upgrade Jinwoo, then Speedster, and then her. Although, even though I put in order like this, I know it's gonna be like the complete opposite. It's gonna be her, then him, and then Jinwoo. But whatever. Doesn't matter. So I see. There's tons of enemies that spawn in. And then obviously Jinwoo is the best character to bring because then he does all the shadow summons. Oh, okay. Endure. Why would he even ask me? I thought it was 50 waves. I don't think I got anything, so why would I leave? Oh, I see. When you leave, then you have a chance of getting those things that show up on screen. But the more you endure, the higher the chances are of getting one of those drops. Can you not retry then? Do you have to leave every time? I'm assuming not. I'm gonna have to assume... Why are my shells not attacking the boss? What's going on? Hello? I'm gonna have to assume once you get the 50, you get the reward regardless. You don't have to flee. Okay, there should be another pop-up here, right? Yes. Now it's 0.1, 40% for the portal. I see. I mean, to be honest, considering how easy the game is, there's no reason why you wouldn't just go to 50, right? I guess if you're a brand new player and you can't go over 10 waves, sure. But at that point, don't even play this event. Like, just... You gotta get some characters first. Trying to gamble for a 0.05 drop on a character is not gonna help you in the least. Okay, so apparently, I've been reading here on Discord, and I just looked up a video because I wanted to see like some other teams. The endure mechanic to raise your luck doesn't work. So no matter if you go like 50 waves, you don't raise the chance. That's cool. Oh, it auto started. I got a portal. Let me leave. Yeah, I got a portal. It took 7 minutes. I want to try this other team I saw. Let me see this portal first. I got two of it. There's a 0.25. Oh, I see the character drop from here. I got two of it because I actually left, and I think it capped my luck. So this team is apparently better. Listen, just humor me for a little bit. Surely. My next sovereign is going to be a double trait. Okay, 1500 rerolls and no sovereign with 2x luck. I mean, that's so cool, man. Oh, Sovereign Horizon 1. You know what? At this point, I will take it. I will take it. All right, one for Jinwoo now. Just 10k more rerolls. Surely. I've got one Sovereign in like 6,000 rerolls. Are we certain? For real certain 2x luck is a thing that exists? Okay, funny. You know what? It is what it is. +5 range. All those rerolls just to end with +5 range. I think I've done like 40,000 rerolls in this guy. Right, I gotta upgrade these 3. Or no, not Primal Fusion. If I click evade, I got another portal. I'm gonna operate under the assumption that the game is working, even though I keep seeing people saying it's not. So I'm just gonna farm this and do the portals later. I do want to see how long this scene takes though per run compared to the other one. 6 minutes and 14 seconds. And if you click leave right away, then you get the rewards again, I think. Like you just double up the reward. So honestly, it might be worth not AFKing just to abuse this bug. But obviously, I'm not gonna do that. Like, look, I got 3 of them of the thing. It doubles up your rewards when you click leave. We do a portal just to see how it looks. I mean, it's probably like one of the super easy 10-second portals. So it's really like you grind the event for 6 to 7 minutes or whatever to get one portal that takes 10 seconds. Oh, 1.5 billion actually. Okay, never mind. He's actually pretty strong. Not 10 seconds, more like 20, 33 seconds. You get leaves, more Boros rewards. All right, I have a bone to pick with Anime Rangers X right now, right here in this video. I am getting pissed off, okay? I've been trying so hard to grind this event, but I can't. For one, it's still like up in the air if the event even works. They just changed it so it's 25 waves instead of 50. Not just, they changed it yesterday, but they changed it so it's 25 waves instead of 50. But you do get the rewards every 5 waves, so technically the event is cut in half, so you get technically twice rewards. But the whole update revolving around this new event and the event not working for like a whole day is kind of tragic. But that's not even my issue. My issue is that the game doesn't work. I thought this would happen over like an extended period of time. If you leave this game AFK overnight, chances are, and you've probably experienced this, the game just stops working. That happened every time I farmed this swarm event. I would wake up and check, and my characters just like stop spawning, or the enemies stop spawning. My characters are there just sitting and doing nothing because there's no enemies anymore. Like the enemies just stop spawning and the stage doesn't progress, so it's just standing there, and it's mostly because there's too much to load, right? You keep repeating the stage, but there's no like reloading of the stage. This happens a lot in any game that has seamless. Like if you tried AFKing Infinite on Anime Vanguards with Seamless, you know, if you AFK for like a couple of hours, you look at your computer and the game is like lagging because it's keeping all that memory, right? Now in Rangers X, the problem is that, you know, the enemies stop spawning. So it's not even lagging, the game doesn't work anymore. Now here's a real kicker. This stage, because there's so many enemies, and because Jinwoo also respawns them, this happens actually very fast. I can't leave this game AFK for over half an hour because it might just happen like that quickly. It might take like 2 hours, it might take a little longer, but genuinely, like I just went back to lobby, put it back on the stage and left on my laptop. Like 30 minutes passed, I looked on my computer, it was already bugged and the enemies weren't spawning anymore. So that's annoying. The game revolves around AFKing. It's not like I'm like, oh man, I have to play the game manually now. The game revolves around AFKing. That's the whole point of the game. That's why there's so many people online AFKing all the time. It's because it's what the game revolves around. And this stage specifically, the drop rate for the secret is so low because you're supposed to AFK this overnight, right? But you can't because the stage doesn't work. So I know that the Boss Studios sweatshop needs to keep going, but like, come on, man. The stage doesn't work. At least have the stage work before the update drops. I was gonna do like a full update completion, right? Getting every single character, but I'm just gonna have to give up on this secret. Like, it's not gonna happen. The stage just simply does not work. If the stage does not work, I can't get the thing. Anyways, I'll do the portals I have and see what I get from it, but this secret is just not happening. The game has to work for me to get the secret. And there's no stopping the stage from being completed if the enemies don't spawn fix for this. It's just, you're gonna have to either make it so the stage reloads every little bit or something. Like the game needs to work. That's why this game had more players in AV for a bit after the update drops, and now it's like flushing in players because the stage just simply does not work. That's the bare minimum, is having the game work. I have 201 portals. 0.25% drop is crazy. But again, the drop chance is so low because you are supposed to AFK the stage, right? You're supposed to AFK the goddamn stage and get like thousands of portals. That's why the drop rate is so low, because even though it's low for, like if a unit had a 0.25% drop on enemy vanguards where the stages are like 6 minutes long, then you'd be like, what? But, you know, in this game, the portal is quite fast, and I would supposedly have like thousands of these portals if my AFK worked. I tried AFKing for like 2 days now, but the game doesn't work. Yeah, 30 seconds. So yeah, the game is getting hype again, and mainly because it wasn't a solo leveling update, and ALS is dead, people need to migrate to something, and you know, with infinite rerolls, it's like, oh, it's so free to play friendly, but it's already falling off again because the game doesn't work. That is the bare minimum. Like, I've been seeing people in the chat saying, oh, don't even bother playing the new event, it doesn't work, just play the swarm event until they fix it. It's like, you're just gonna keep grinding for more rerolls. That's what you're gonna planning on doing. You're just gonna keep grinding for more rerolls for the upcoming glitched apocalypse that's probably gonna happen. Don't even bother playing the events, just keep grinding rerolls. Can't even blame people. But yeah, don't bother playing the new event. It's not working. I don't think they are going to fix it either, because it's a problem with the game. It's not a problem with the event itself. It's a problem the game has where it just, there's too many things to load and the game stops working. And I'm under the assumption that Jinwoo makes it worse. Like, the fact that he spawns so many clones or summons or whatever definitely makes it worse. Anyway, I'm gonna go through all these 200 portals. Oh, you know, I'm gonna AFK for all these 200 portals, and I'm hoping I get most of the Fairy Tail characters. I'm assuming I'm not gonna get that 0.25, but at this point, I don't care. Why would I care? The game doesn't work. There's no point in caring. Even though I said what I said, I still, I went back and I still gave the event another try. Because I had to delete the video one day anyway, so I was like, I might as well AFK again. But it kept happening again, where the enemies just wouldn't spawn. So, I mean, I'm gonna have to give up on this character. Supposedly, looking at the new tier list, he is a top dog in the game. I mean, you look at the tier list and it's like, bro, every single new character from this update is OP, to the point where a regular mythic is supposedly stronger than the second most recent Ranger character. What kind of balancing is this? But okay. Seems like literally every single character from this update is OP. This is looking more and more like an ALS update. Well, what else would it be? The true characters are the most OP I just didn't get. And again, I'm not going back into the event. The event does not work properly. I can't, man. So instead, I'm just gonna work on the Fairy Queen and on Natsu. Oh, she doesn't evolve. Okay, only Natsu evolves. I did get a shiny Natsu at least. I got 3. Getting shinies isn't the biggest deal, because if you don't get it as soon as the update drops, you can just evolve any character and then pass the shiny on afterwards. I can evolve 20 of them. 2X is gone as well, because I took so long since the game didn't work. But I have been questioning if 2X works anyway, so guess it doesn't really matter. What I will say though is that, like, elements in this game don't really matter. So even if you look at the tier list again, like, the recommended team is no character from this update. I would be like building these 2 characters, but just like the SAO characters, which I've never really used, like, I got to use them during the update that they released, and that was it. They fell off so quick. Unless elements become relevant, like literally next update, I'm sure these characters will not be used. Just how the boss games operate. It's crazy to me though that Gohan already fell off so hard. He was like #1 unit for what, 5 minutes? I started with like 32,000 rerolls, right? So I've done like what, 3,000 rerolls so far? Maybe the 2X was on and the real rate for Sovereign is 0.03 like glitched. Finally, it was a double trade too. Not that it matters, it's an Endure 3. Double trade, I'll take it, I guess. Seems to be an incredible challenge to me, even though everyone has like 100 double trades. Well, let's see if it takes another 5,000 reroll for this one. Apparently the characters were pretty bad at launch and they buffed them. I saw an announcement, or like an update log. Oh, that was quick. Oh, they did say that the new setting to disable yen. I didn't proc this one, to be fair, but this one was not, maybe I didn't see it on when it first dropped. Should stop the bug that I keep talking about, but it doesn't. Like, it does happen still. Let me break both of them. There's no new gear or anything, right? No. New gear would be nice. I have to do some cleaning on his inventory first. Tons of garbage in here. Should I go unshiny these guys for 3 reels. Don't have enough, clearly. This girl is a support, right? I don't even see her on the list. Not gonna bother with her then. I'm treating this game just like ALS. If a character isn't God's here, there's no point in me working on them. If they're not at the top of a tier list, that means they're gonna be useless in like true updates. There's no point. Even if they are at the top, I mean, you see Gohan. Gohan was like the best thing in the game, and then I feel like in true updates, he became like sub-meta already. Kind of crazy. At least in ALS, like there's actual elements. Like in this game, elements haven't done much, except for the one time in the Gogeta event. Also, the way the teams are built, like the best way to do is how I'm doing here, where it's like 3 supports, 3 DPS, and not really, I mean, 4 supports and 2 DPS is way better. Just like the recommended team is. So there's only really space for 2 DPSs to be present in a team at a time. And the rest of your characters ideally are supports, because you can't really upgrade 6 characters. It's just not possible. Even on the game mode, there was like 50 waves you couldn't. So I'm not surprised that this update dropped in players a lot. I mean, the character that's good is attached to an activity that barely works. And the thing that you're supposed to keep farming during this is still the swarm event. Do more swarm event. Forever swarm event. Yeah, I want to see what these guys do. Upgrade both of them. When an ally unit dies in this unit's range, enter rage mode, dealing 200% bleed damage for 1 ability, 30-second cooldown. I mean, that's actually happening pretty often in this game, so that's pretty good. This unit inflicts all enemies in this range with burn for 200% of damage every second for 5 seconds. After being placed on the field for more than 30 seconds, it will burn for 400 instead. Or maybe the HP trait was not so bad. I can't read the third passive super well because these very smart individuals that made this UI put the close button on top of the passive, but I'll try my best. This unit grants himself and allied units in range of 10% buff to all stats when burning 5+ enemies consecutively, or when burning a boss? Question mark? I won't know because I'm not checking his passive outside the game. He has no ability, like no active skill. She doesn't have it either. Oh my god, it's so small. After successful ability, this unit's next attack increases damage taken by enemies with bleed by plus 10% for 10 seconds. Okay, so you need to do like a bleed setup. And yeah, this character's not being used by me. This unit attacks alternate in sequence. First attack applies bleed. Second attack does 100% damage. How long does the bleed last? Because, I mean, she might be self-sufficient. Deal 80% damage and hits all enemies within this unit's range. If the unit is infected with bleed instead, deals 110. Deals 50, immediately triggers unit's ability. Okay. Oh, she has a tiny circle. She's like meant to be a boss killer. Pretty weak update. I mean, it is meant to be a mini update. So fair enough, but I'm just very upset that I couldn't actually grind for the main character of the update, and I'm not going back in. I'm sure he's going to be power crapped extremely fast anyway, so there's no point in coming back for it. And supposedly it's not even worth running him because Jinwoo and Boros are just that good. It seems like every week, all the boss games, they have like a switch in developers, so maybe this switch will be good. I don't know.